Islam itself is a blessing, and we have to come to an acceptance that it is the truth. Knowledge really humbles me. It's not something you can just grab and snatch, Take a step back, understand that you can't give God a son. You cannot. Thinking about it, it really scares me sometimes. Islam for me was the answer for everything. Islam, there's always the answer to something, which I really love about it. I'm just a slave to Allah. That's it.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's your name and where you from?
My name is Adhan Iglesia Gurujon. I'm from the Dominican Republic.
What was your experience like growing up?
Alhamdulillah, pretty spoiled, but I'm grateful for that. And my mom took care of me.
Was your father in the household?
When I was little, yes, but later on in life, no.
Did you always believe in God or come from a religious family?
Yes, Catholic. I was younger, did my first communion, baptized. I did always believe there was a God. I was reading my Bible. I won't say every night, but I read it a lot, till you get so tired, your eyes starts getting heavy.
Why was you reading the Bible?
I'm gonna tell you the story. I rarely tell people the story, but it was a dream I had. And the dream was about hell. The colors were red, orange, yellow. It's almost I felt it. My eyes, it was stinging, for the whole dream. It was just me and hell. And once I woke up, I said to myself, after I become a better Christian, I need to understand this. Why? What am I doing?
How did you first hear about Islam and what attracted you to it?
I first heard about Islam when I was actually pretty young. I talked to a friend of mine.
How old were you?
How old? I do not remember, but that friend of mine, he's been with me since elementary. So we always talk about religions we were both very interested in.
What was your friend, the Muslim friend that you had? What was he explaining to you?
Alhamdulillah, he explained the Islam the best way possible. He didn't overcomplicate me with, you have to pray 5 times a day. He didn't pressure me into anything. Usually I asked the questions, but he gave the best responses. He didn't water down Islam, but he made it it's perfect, smooth.
MashaAllah. It's a good friend. May Allah reward him.
It's a great friend, inshallah.
When did you take your Shahada and how was that experience?
I took my Shahada 2022. The experience was very nice. There actually were not a lot of people in the masjid. That time, there were only 2 people. Alhamdulillah, my friend, he told me, let's take the Shahada. I said, no, I said, I want to take my Shahada. And he said, okay, let's go. We walked to the masjid together, 2 people, and I asked, they came to me and repeated the words.
MashaAllah. How old were you when you took your Shahada?
12 or 13.
MashaAllah.
I think 12, yeah.
How did your life change after becoming a Muslim?
Islam for me was the answer for everything. Islam, there's always the answer to something, which I really love about it. I became more grateful about some things in my life, personally.
What was the biggest challenge after becoming a Muslim?
Till now is gaining that knowledge, when I see other people, they memorize the Quran, they know this, that's something that, knowledge it's not something you can just grab and snatch, That's something that's become a challenge for me, to gain the knowledge, memorize it, and use it.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Okay, so in 5 years, I'll be 19. So in 5 years in Medina, inshallah, I would love to study there and just gain knowledge. Knowledge really, for me, humbles me. It teaches me that I'm just a slave to Allah. That's it.
What's your interest that you want to learn?
100% the Quran. The Quran is very special to me personally. It's one of the reasons why I converted. I had it before I was a Muslim, and I read it. The second surah spoke a lot personally to me. It humbles. This is a religion for those who fear Allah, and that was the hook for me personally.
How did your family and friends react to your conversion?
I think the first person I told in my family was my mother. To be honest, I showed her the video of my conversion, and at first she didn't really like it. Didn't really take it seriously. Why this guy this is random. It was completely random. I just came, I'm Muslim. I'm Muslim now. As they started me changing, they realized this kid's serious. They say I changed, right? They say I changed for the worse.
What would you like your mom to understand more about?
I want her to figure out that it's the truth, and that we have to come to an acceptance that it is the truth, and to just ignore all the other factors. Truly just take a step back, understand that you can't give God a son. You cannot.
So my advice to you, for you with your mom, is to be patient, right? Make a lot of dua, pray a lot for your mother, and then just be patient with her, be kind to her. If it's not disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then try to please her and obey her, but a lot of patience, because the ultimate goal is to try to help her come to the deen, inshallah. May Allah guide all of our parents and loved ones to Islam and let us die upon that. Ameen.
I kind of want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
How do you feel about the deaths of your family? Even though they aren't Muslims, right? How do you that make you feel? How do you go through that?
So personally, my mom was everything for me. And to know that she passed without taking the Shahada is one of the hardest things. Fortunately, my father did take his Shahada, so alhamdulillah. But, this past week, I went to 2 funerals, close family members, and Monday will be another one. And none of them was Muslim, but they were all close to me. That's one of the struggles of a convert, You love your family so much, but it's you can't make nobody do nothing.
Yeah. Some
people know it all. Some people don't know enough, but they just want to live their life how they want to live it. That's a hard thing to deal with.
So it comes to a level of acceptance.
Yeah. The best thing for us to do is make dua and ask Allah to guide them. The other best next thing to do is to show example what Islam is, to try to help them, see the truth through us, But that is the hard pill to swallow for a convert.
That stuff, it really, scares me sometimes, thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, I have my brother. We close, real close. We've been through so much together, but he's not Muslim, So I understand. What would you say is your favorite thing about Islam?
I'll say when a person, or just when you see a group of individuals, you can just tell their faith is very high. When they live by the hadiths, when they live by the Quran, when they follow the sunnahs, it can really change a person. Some people, they take, I don't want to say it, but some people take for granted, I'm going to live tomorrow. I'm going to live tomorrow. You should pray like it's your last prayer. Always. But Islam itself is a blessing. The fact that we have Islam, that is what should keep you going.
What is one of your favorite hadith or surahs in the Quran?
In Surah Baqarah, I believe it says, okay, I'll paraphrase it. They love things which are bad for you, but they hate the things which are good for you. That talks a lot about today.
And why do you think other people should consider becoming a Muslim?
Islam is the answer. Safe for everything. Everything.
Okay, this is the scenario. It's the Day of Judgment. What would you hope that your meeting with Allah would be like?
I hope that He'll be pleased with me as an individual. Then I hope that He'll forgive me entirely.